Now let's kick to something that's really going on right this second, and that's the World Series. Game one tonight. This for me is going to be really a classic matchup of pitching and some really good timely hitting. We've got some X-rays on both sides of the baseball. I'm really looking forward to this. For those that want to call in and voice their opinion on who you think might be the winner here, feel free. Number's 813-254-7820, or you can drop me an email at SportsSoundOff@AOL.com. But as we look at this a little bit further here, first of all, let's go to Texas. These guys, as one of our previous callers said, they beat the world champion Yankees, and they looked good doing it. The Yankees looked old and slow, and Josh Hamilton looked like an MVP. You know, he looked like a guy who's, been redeemed in every sense of the word. He looked like an MVP. They also have this great golden arm on the mound tonight, Cliff Lee, and he's second in ERA right now to Sandy Koufax in terms of his ERA in the playoffs, and I see no reason why that won't continue to happen. Of course, people are saying, well, he's got to give up some runs. I watched him against the Rays, and he looked tremendous, and they couldn't hit him. Now, let's go to the other side with the National League, San Francisco. They're hosting the series, and these guys were excited to be there. For them, you've got Lincecum, the freak, and Lincecum, gosh, he probably weighs 165 pounds, soaking wet with a brick in his pocket, but he throws heat. He throws it on the corners. He's unbelievable. He's a great competitor. So you've got Lee, who's surgical, and Lincecum, who is a great overachiever. So it ought to be great to really see. We've got an email question that's come in about the World Series here. Phil from Brandon asked, who's your pick to win the World Series? Well, Phil, I can tell you that I'd love to say that I think the Giants will win, but I can't do that. I personally think the Rangers will win. I think Josh Hamilton will be the MVP. I think this is going to be one of those times where you can't lose. You've got two teams that I know Major League Baseball might say it's a small market team, but both of these teams are going to have fans that are very excited. We'll get to see McCovey Cove and the stadium in Arlington, both beautiful places to watch baseball. I think the fans are going to win here. It's going to be wonderful to watch. And I can tell you, as soon as the show's over, I'll be watching the World Series. So let's move on a little bit, to something else here. Our Tampa Bay Lightning are back on the ice. In fact, they're on the Lightning are on the ice tonight against Pittsburgh here in the Forum. And these guys are playing very well. I don't know if anybody happened to notice, but they happen to be leading their division right now. And when you talk about having the Lightning, who at one time were world champions, had brought the cup here, and then went into some serious disarray and rebuilding, and now seem to have come back. And it's really exciting to see this team come back. Boucher is a great coach. We've got some great things happening. I know there was some concern with Stamkos taking a hit a couple days ago, but as far as I'm concerned, there is nothing more exciting than watching the Bolts do well. Like I said, they're leading their division right now with 11 points. The record's 5-2. And, I don't know about anybody else, but I'm excited by that. I hope that they continue that. I was talking to a Lightning fan, in fact, today at lunch, and what I heard was, I can't wait to get to another game. And there was a time that in Tampa Bay, people said, are you going to a Lightning game? And they said, why? And that's certainly not happening anymore. For those of you that are fans of some other sports that are coming to a close right now, NASCAR, for instance, Jimmy Johnson continues to lead the race for the Sprint Cup. And this is the closest that it's ever been at this time. With 4 races to go, Jimmy Johnson's 1, Denny Hamlin's 2. I believe he's 6 points back. And anything can happen. The guys are going to Talladega this week. And on the super speedways, Jimmy Johnson's done very well, but so is Kevin Harvick. So I'm really looking forward to what happens with that. I've got a friend of mine that says, do you watch NASCAR? And the answer is, well, yeah, I do watch NASCAR. I like to watch the opening. I watch the flyover. And I especially love to watch the last 10 laps because that's when all the excitement happens. Guys are jockeying for positions. show me a wreck every now and then, but the truth is also show me the competition at the end. You know, there was a time when NASCAR was about wrecks and who had the checkered flag. Now with the Cup, you've got some real things going on where there's much more question about what teammates are going to work together, who's going to do what. So it's a little bit more exciting to watch. I want to go back to something here. We've been talking about the World Series, and people specifically have called in about Cliff Lee. I want to say this. I think that Cliff Lee is probably the best pitcher in the National League right now. I mean, excuse me, in the American League right now. I would be very surprised if Cliff Lee did not win the Cy Young. And, you know, when you start talking about can Cliff Lee carry a team, yes, Cliff Lee can carry a team. And I expect Cliff Lee to carry a team starting tonight. I know that there's going to be a lot of energy in Candlestick, but, you know, I don't see how that's going to happen where he's not going to carry them to the championship and they'll be dousing each other with ginger ale come the end of it for Josh Hamilton. We're going to do this for those that have also been watching and for those that are watching and want to call in. My number is 813-254-7820. Phone's right here. You can call and voice your opinion on any sporting event that's been going on. You can also talk to me about upcoming events. One of the things that we want to talk to people about who've been our fans is that we have watch parties at Zoodar's, and feel free to join Zoodar's and Eric and his gang on Wednesday night. I know we're hoping that people do that. Join the party. Also, got a call coming in. Thanks for calling. You're on the air at SportsSoundOff.
Hey, Randy, this is Bill again. I know you was talking about motorsports a little while ago. I was wondering what you think about the NHRA drag racing, whether John Force can win his 15th World Championship this year.
Yeah, I think John Force can win another championship, and I think his daughters are also, you know, the one thing about the Force family is they're all, you know, great racers. You know, it's interesting you mentioned that. I went to the Gator National several times, and it's unbelievable to watch that. So, yeah, I think John Force can win another one. If you're a fan of any of the motorsports, if you're a fan of NASCAR, if you're a fan of sprint racing, feel free to continue to call us. I will also say this: as the Lightning and the hockey season goes on, we're going to talk more about that. As NBA continues to go on, we're going to talk more about that. I want to thank those that have called in. I want to thank those that have been part of our conversation via email. And, you know, one of the things we want to do is continue this conversation. I'd like to especially thank our underwriters and supporters who have been a part of what we do. I'd like to thank Team Alita, our IT specialists. Team Alita makes us look good. And we certainly appreciate Kathy and her team. Also like to thank Zoodar's for their continued support. I can't make it a week without a Zoodar's pastrami sandwich, and had lunch there with a buddy of mine yesterday, and we had some coconut cream pie and some carrot cake that was unbelievable. So we really thank Eric for that. Wings were tremendous as well, and so thanks very much, Eric, for that. Also, I'd like to thank the Tahitian Inn for feeding us and being our friend as well. We'd like to continue that relationship. We want to thank our fans as well. See you next time on SportsSoundOff.